welcome back to Carefree TV. This is my Premier League preview show for the weekend coming up, part 1. Throughout the season I'm going to be doing this. Part 1 is going to be Chelsea, part 2 me predicting all the other games, a bit like I did with the season preview, the whole season preview where I did the table in part 2. Obviously the game coming up on Saturday is Everton away, and this is easily the toughest test we've had this season. Everton, first two games, both 2-2 draws. Both, they blew it late both times. Annoyingly against Arsenal, they did it. Then I'm going to go through what I think the two teams are going to look like, my score prediction, and any other points of interest. So I'm going to go through the Chelsea team first. In goal, I think Courtois will stay in goal again. I know I said at the start of the season that I'd like to see Czech, but I think I've been proved wrong. Courtois against Leicester really, that sort of introduced himself. I think that's where he said, yeah, I'm here to stay. The only reason why I would play Czech is because it's been as Sky obviously well advertised, there's only 4 days left of the transfer window. So therefore a club can still come in for Czech, and I don't want him to leave because I used to be a goalkeeper. I used to be quite good actually, but now I'm shit. But he was sort of my idol growing up, so obviously be very disappointed if he was to go. But yeah, Courtois will go in goal. I think the back four is continued, apart from that goal at Burnley, which was shit. They've continued that steady consistency that they had from last season. We're going to have Dave at left back. I think eventually he will be moved to right back, and Ivanovic may even go centre back instead of John Terry, but Terry's playing so well, Ivanovic playing so well, Dave's playing so well, so Dave will be left back. Felipe Luis will have to wait on the bench again. Ivanovic, of course, will be right back. He's looked absolutely outstanding. I think he's played a part in sort of 4 of our 5 goals this season. Centre back, of course, Gary Cahill and John Terry. And then I think because Everton, one of their biggest strengths is their midfield partnering of James McCarthy and Gareth Barry. Gareth Barry, very experienced player, been around for ages. I've never really liked him until we came to Everton last year, so a whole different side of him. But a bit like it when he was way back at Aston Villa, where he was actually quite good. He would win the ball, go through every tackle, passing ability's good, he could hit a shot if he wanted to. And of course McCarthy, any Everton rate him really highly there. Wigan rate him really highly. I rate him highly. He will run the socks off all game, not give you a moment's peace midfield, and a bit like Barry, he can play the ball, he can win tackles. Those two are very key. So to combat that, recently we've seen Fabregas and Matic in the holding midfield role. Matic, I think, is a must-have. I think that he will add a lot to our team for this game, as his physicality will easily outdo Barry and McCarthy. But next I'm going to put Ramirez. The reason why he's back from suspension, he'll probably get suspended like 10 times this season again, but anyway, but what I would say, his energy, his running power will be able to match McCarthy. Plus Everton will attack you. We saw against Arsenal, they will attack you. They'll play from the back, and from the counter attack I'd much rather have Ramirez pacing forward than Fabregas. But in a 4-3-3, Fabregas is going to just edit it out. My mum had to say something very important to me. Anyway, so Fabregas will be playing the number 10 today. This is not because Oscar's been playing badly. I think Oscar has, he's got the number 8 on his back now. He is, which, I don't know what it's doing to him, but he did look very good against Leicester, and he looked very good against Burnley as well. But last season we did lose this game, and we did have Mata in the number 10 role that match, who was sort of marked out of the game. He didn't get any space at all, and I think although Oscar's work rate is excellent and it will help, I think that his abilities will not be best used in this game. And I think that in Fabregas, Ramirez and Matic, we've got a mix of absolutely everything. We've got energy, we've got power, we've got class. I think that will really work. Then on the left I'm gonna have Eden Hazard. Even though this season he isn't flying like he was last year, but you can't really expect that. He got his goal against Cardiff. I think he will cause them problems, and I think because I'm leaving Oscar out of the team, I think that will allow we can have a player like Hazard to dictate. Well, not really dictate. Be our flamboyant, um, pacey outlet on the wing. On the right, I'm going to put Willian. Shirley's had a very promising start to the season, but of course, Willian's work rate cannot be underrated. I mean, last year, sometimes, even though he didn't contribute a lot in terms of assists and goals, he won us a lot of games through his hard work, through his tracking back. And remember who they've got. Their two fullbacks are their strongest aspects. Baines and Coleman will get goals for them this season. They will get assists. And I feel I'd much rather have, even though Charlotte does it as well, Willian, I'd rather have him tracking back, because obviously Hazard and Willian probably switch sides during the game, tracking Baines or Coleman than Charlotte. And then up front, this is the scary bit. Diego Costa obviously could be out for 6 weeks. This is what I've been saying, literally. I think since we signed him, I said that we'd sell Bar, keep Torres, and then when Costa gets injured, we're stuck with him. That's happened 2 games into the season. I mean, it's a fucking joke. I mean, we've still got time in the transfer window to get a player. Mourinho really needs to get one, and with him with Destro, Falcao on loan, that would be interesting. I heard actually Welbeck was being mentioned the other day, but don't fancy him at all. But so it looks like, depending on the seriousness of Costa's injury, Didier Drogba and Torres is fucking off to Milan by the sounds of it. So I'm guessing that it will be Didier Drogba back making his first start. Hopefully he can repeat when I remember one game he faced Everton where we won 3-2 and he scored a volley from like the halfway line. If he could repeat that, that'd be very good. Everton have already sort of ran through their team. They will have Tim Howard in goal, and then it'll be Baines and Coleman on the banks. Then it'll be centre back pairing of Jagielka, and I think John Stones self-distance. I feel distance age is catching up with him, but he's been a great, Premier League defender over the years. Has made some mistakes, but everyone has. And then it will be, of course, it'll be Baines and McCarthy. No, not Baines. Barry and McCarthy. Almost certainly, those two will will be running their midfield. Then they'll have Morales on. They like to have Morales on one side. Obviously, Ross Barkley's injured, so that allows Naismith into the side, who scored 2 goals in 2 games. Very underrated player, Naismith. He did score the win against us last year. And then, obviously, they'll have Lukaku up front, and then on the opposite wing, they'll have Lukaku. So they'll have Naismith behind Lukaku, who'll be wanting to prove a point, and I can almost guarantee he'll score. And of course, they'll probably have McGeady on the other side. So that's a very, very threatening team. I've gone through the two sides now. I'm going to give my prediction of the game, and I'm a very superstitious person, and basically if we lose this game 2-0, it is my mum's fault. Okay, I think must have been about 3 years ago, we faced Everton away and we lost 2-0. I think if you remember, I think Squatchalerski scored or something like that. On that day, my mum invited a set of friends she's had from God knows how long, like since she was in school, invited them round. I wasn't able to watch the game because I had to sit and be polite or whatever, and we lost 2-0. Those set of friends coming round on the set day at the same time, so I'm unlikely to be able to watch the game. So if my match review, it's probably just going to be based on match of the day highlights, so don't pay any attention to it. Jesus Christ, if we lose 2-0, it's my mum's fault. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Everton win just because of that. And of course, Costa's injured. There you go. I'm going to end it. Okay, that's my preview. I will do another one predicting all the scores. In the section below, I'll post a link to a website which does free football streaming, so you can watch any game for free on the internet. Just be careful, don't advertise it too much, because obviously I don't want it to get banned like my video of the Leicester highlights. Thank you, FA. So yeah, this is my preview. Link in description below to how to watch this game if you don't have Sky, like me. So yeah, keep the roof off. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, lads.